Fear is not an emotion. Fear is a prophecy. And the problem is it predicts a future God never said. Now, I'm not saying that you don't feel fear. Fear is an emotion. But just listen in for a second. Fear always claims to know what's coming next. You'll fail. You'll get hurt. You're not enough. God won't show up. People won't accept you. Fear preaches the gospel of worst case scenarios. That's probably the name of the book itself. But fear has one fatal flaw. It has no authority over the future. Only God does. Psychology calls fear a catastrophic predictor, meaning your brain invents negative futures to feel in control. Your brain thinks, if I expect the worst, I won't be surprised. But neuroscience reveals the truth. Fear hijacks the brain and overestimates danger, underestimates ability, blocks rational thinking, suppresses identity expression. Fear doesn't just distort your thoughts. Fear distorts who you believe you are. Fear doesn't attack your feelings first. It attacks your identity. Fear tells you you're too weak to be who God called you to be. Fear tells you you're too broken to walk in purpose. Fear tells you that obedience is too costly and surrender is too risky. Fear doesn't just say don't move. Fear says you aren't capable of moving. Jesus repeats this more than almost any other instruction in his word. Do not be afraid. Not because danger isn't real, not because life is easy, but because fear is not compatible with your identity. In John 14, verse 27, it says, "My peace I give to you. Let not your heart be troubled." In Matthew 14, Jesus tells Peter, "Come." Fear says sink. Identity says walk. Peter pushed past his fear. See, fear predicts failure. Jesus calls you forward. And most people aren't afraid of failure. They're afraid of surrender and transformation. Because if you truly surrender to God, you can't keep living how the world taught you to live. Fear protects the version of you that God is trying to crucify. Fear blocks the identity that obedience reveals. See, many believers are not afraid of destiny. They are afraid of who they must become to walk in it. Because once you know who you really are, you can't hide anymore. You can't stay small. You can't keep old habits. You can't stay in unhealthy relationships. You can't obey the world's script anymore. You have to walk as a child of God, and that requires courage. Identity demands transformation. Fear is not protection, it's paralysis. Fear tells you it's keeping you safe, but it's actually keeping you stuck in place. And the longer fear sits on the throne, the more your identity fades. See, fear doesn't just stop action, fear stops becoming. Courage isn't the absence of fear. Courage is identity louder than fear. When you know who you are, fear loses its voice. It becomes crippled. One of my favorite verses is 2 Timothy 1:7. It says, God has not given us the spirit of fear, but a power, love, and a sound mind. Meaning fear doesn't come from identity because God didn't give it to you. It comes to challenge your identity, to take your identity, to steal your voice, to keep you stuck and immovable. Courage isn't a personality trait. It's a byproduct of sonship. And if you stay with me this long, you already know what time it is. Let's declare something. And I want you to say this out loud with me. Fear is not my future. Fear is not my prophet. Fear is not my identity. I refuse to bow to fear. I walk in who God called me to be. I choose to surrender over survival. I am a child of God, and I will not be afraid. Tomorrow we talk about the enemy behind fear, the voice of insecurity, and how it silently rewrites your identity. I hope this blessed you and didn't stress you. Follow me for more and for day 6. Peace.